All right, welcome to part 2 of our Minnesota road trip. We're heading out to the show. We're in Rugby, North Dakota. Just found some more NOS parts. Some truck arms, dog dish. It's actually a Dodge Diplomat grill. But the coolest part we just found, look at that. Top quality used cars in Mopar service, still in the original crates. Amazing. That's actually a Detroit diesel sign that they never hung up. Again, brand new in the crate. How cool is that? We got all the parts books too. Now as to where we're gonna put this stuff, Evan's already having a corner over it because we're pretty much full. We'll figure it out, we always do. As you can see, we're already loaded for the swap meet. Don't worry about the Chevy, we're just hauling that. We've got 2 frames up here.
Oh, just get it out.
I think we might be able to get the Detroit diesel on top of the Charger fenders. Maybe get the sign up there. I don't know. This is always the problem. We always keep on buying stuff, but we run out of room. God, how cool is that? New in the crate.
Yeah, we had many times you guys wanted to take that.
Cool banner.
Yeah.
Get on this side, man. Finally got to Minnesota. Minnesota's a big state. Did a couple dealer stops this morning. Found this building with these old ghost letters. Here's Implement, Oliver. Kind of cool. Always looking for signs and parts and stuff. Stopped by this dealer. They didn't open until 81, but the owner wasn't there, so he couldn't really help us out. So yeah, we'll continue on our way. All right, next stop is in Little Falls, Minnesota, heading our way towards the Twin Cities where the show is. This one is a furniture store. It's been all remodeled, but had an attic, so we're kind of hoping there'd be something up there, but unfortunately there wasn't. So probably there's an old claw bathtub up there. So, but yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually explained like exactly what we're doing here. So basically we got a hold of an old Chrysler dealer list from 1970, and we just kind of go on Google Maps and like look up the addresses and see if they're worth stopping at. You know, if the building's been remodeled or, you know, bulldozed, you know, we just crossed off the list. But, you know, the hit rate isn't super high. You know, the one yesterday we got those NOS signs. I mean, that was pretty freaking awesome. I love those signs. But fortunately, we're kind of striking out today. But we got a couple more today that are pretty promising. But yeah, if you guys know any dealers out there that have NOS parts or might have some old paperwork, that's the kind of stuff we love collecting. And you know, this dealer list, we found a lot of stuff from it. A lot of these places, even the professional NOS guys who've gone around and bought all this stuff up over the years, you know, they haven't hit these because they didn't even know they were dealers. You know, like if we didn't have the list, we wouldn't have known that this would have been the Chrysler dealer. So they were very nice inside, but fortunately there was nothing up in the attic. So, but we got another one coming up that's supposed to be pretty promising. So, all right, back on the road. All right, this place is pretty cool. This is what we call a same name, same location. So the place has been here forever. They still have top quality used cars up there and the sign up there too. The other side's broken. This dealer has a dealer number that starts with 0, which means they've been around for a long time. Let's see what we can find. I'd love to have those. Found a set of those in Nevada, but I couldn't find anybody who owned the dealership. Well, unfortunately, we kind of struck out on our dealer stops. We always say we get about 10% hit rate. And, well, we had 8 yesterday, and there was one that had a few things, but they weren't for sale. He's got some old invoices we're trying to get, though. So now we're at the swap meet. We got here early on setup day. White trailer's over there. We're going to do a little shopping and then put some stuff out and try and get rid of some junk. I like this old military World War II rig. Looks like they got one of the repo beds on it. Vintage power wagons is making these beds now, which is kind of cool. It's nice that this stuff's available. Let's see a price on this thing now. But this is World War II because it's got the slant nose and then the Dodge on the hood. I do like these things. They're kind of cool. They make good resto mods. 69 Coronet convertible. The extra bracing so it doesn't fall apart. red on red. These are good cars, but this looks Minnesota rusty. I'd say it's got most of the stuff though. That's cool. I like slots. I get too many wheels and tires. Ooh, Peabody bench seats. Let's see how much he wants for these. Those bench seats are getting really hard to find. This thing just showed up in the swap meet. 69 Sport Fury convertible. We just worked on these, but has some Minnesota problems. Asking 13 for it. Bucket seats. I like C-body convertibles, but yeah, I like buying cars from Minnesota. Yeah, that's what most Minnesota cars look like right there. So I just bought a bunch of parts from an estate sale, and swap meet. They said they brought this truck. Wow, this thing is amazingly clean. Definitely not from here. This was an Arizona truck. 20 grand. Yeah, it's probably worth that. Prices are insane on this stuff right now. Letter car dash. I had a bunch of letter car stuff and dual quads and cross rams, and I bought a bunch of carburetors from them. It's hard to find a truck this clean, but you know, just two-wheel drive automatic. There's rust out here. These trucks are pretty hot right now. People really like them. This is cool. Also, Car Dinosaur, $3,900. Trev's wanted one of these forever, but yeah, I don't think we ever want to bring that back. It also looks really heavy, even if it's aluminum. Nice technical sign too. He's got lots of good stuff. Some Mopar cans. I like this hat. Kinda cool. The problem with these signs is there's so many reproductions now. It's kind of, yeah, this is not old on it. Yeah. You can see the cheap wall. I think that's original.
This?
Porcelain, the hardware stores. And then Coke button that's been painted over. Well, porcelain sign, but the subject matters.
But, I mean,
Alright, we're just wrapping up the day. Sold a few things on setup day. I bought more than I sold, which is my usual deal. We just saw this coming out. 70 GTX. 444 speed. It's had floor pans put in. You want 20K for it.
Well, it's a pretty sweet machine. Absolutely not guaranteed. Clean, clear title in my name, and it's
Or
absolutely
best offer. Yeah, quarter panels trunk.
The what?
I've seen worse, but I've definitely seen better. This New York was kind of cool too. 58's a good year for these. Big old fins. I love black cars. South Dakota car clean chassis, 11.6. Had a couple of these over the years, but they're really, really hard to work on. They're just totally different from the muscle cars. But it is a beautiful car. Big old fins. Black's one of my favorite colors. White interior. Long wheelbase Chrysler, 392 Hemi. Doesn't get much better than that. Texas plates, so probably there's some parts of Texas that are not so good, but that one looks okay. Alright, end of setup day. We're gonna go to the hotel, get cleaned up, and go get some dinner. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow's the first day of the swap meet. Alright, it's the next morning. Had a little rainstorm last night. This Charger showed up in the middle of the night. Let's go check it out. See, we're gonna have like a 3-4 hour window of dry today, so hopefully we can get the swap meet set up. We have a lot of cardboard I don't really want to get wet. 69 Charger, 37.5. Jesse Pepperling. He's got some Hemi parts too. I saw him post online, he was bringing a few things. Yeah, I've seen worse. 383 two broker. Alright, Alright, let's walk around the swamp a little bit. Alright, finally got it stopped raining. Got my booth set up, so I'm gonna go take one lap to the swap before I get back to my swap meet. We got a couple hours dry here. 3,500 from southern Missouri. A little bit crusty. That Cummins is super clean. So is that truck. It's got a dual quad on it. This one's new. '69 Belvedere two-door post. It's Minnesota Rusty. Man, one of these years I gotta bring a clean car out here and I can show people what a real car looks like. Slant 6. Nice. I like these pseudo post Belvederes. They're just almost roadrunner-ish. Cordoba Satellite. This is kind of cool. 70 Challenger drag car. I think it was Sublime. Originally 318 Sublime. 80s, now 446 by 4-speed, 45K. A little rusty in the quarters, but this thing is pretty cool. Touch 440. It's off a 60s car. This is not an abandoned vehicle. Good to know. Wheeler and family. You can see the Sublime paint coming up in the middle. Tag's gone. I wonder if he has it. That thing's cool. Even has a tow hitch. That thing's freaking awesome. Kind of like these macho power wagons. Very 70s. Let's see what they want for this thing. It's those original wheels. Those wagon wheels are original. 3,500. I mean, it's rusty, but that doesn't seem like too terrible of a deal. Huh. Has the roll bar, the original wheels. It's cool. Sun guy just showed up. He's got some good stuff. I like the Chrysler motor cars. 3,500. Yeah, this is why I like buying them from dealers. Because you don't pay that much. 150 is not a bad deal on that. Ram's it. Lots of cool cans. More pin stores. Cool stuff. 70 Fury convertible. I don't know if it's for sale or not. Yeah, looks like a decent car. This thing's actually pretty clean. I like 70 Furies. It's a shame they never made a Sport Fury in a convertible. No hideaways. Exposed headlamps. Well, I was going to show you what our booth looks like, but unfortunately it's raining. My brother's in a bad mood. And we might be done for the day. Hopefully the rain doesn't stop. Brand new Costco tent's working pretty good though. Keeping us out of the rain. We need some Charger headlight buckets, covers. I don't know, what do you call this? Got lots of parts books too. All right, you guys like knowing where the market is? Well, 37.5 for a Charger. That's not completely rusted out, and it's sold. So there you go. Charger market's still hot. Car's got a lot of Bondo in it, but it's not in pieces. There you go. He probably got 35 or something. That truck bed. All right, next day at the swap meet, and what happens when it rains all day and you're on grass? It got a little muddy out here. Chilla got stuck out there this morning. And a rollback got stuck out front and like blocked the whole entrance, so that was fun. All right, just doing a quick run through the swap meet and get back to my booth. There's apparently some pretty cool cars over here. I want to check it out. Yeah, see how muddy those trucks are. It's my truck, but a short bed. I like the little scoop they put on there. Just looks fake. Ooh, C-body. Wow, that's quite a lot of mud on the front of that car from the truck. Burnouts. And days of $500 running C bodies are over. You want $3,800 for this. 74.33. This is a Monaco. It'd be tens of thousands because Blues Brothers. That matcha we looked at yesterday. Always find some few good things at the swap meet. We just did the steering wheel for the Daytona we're working on. There's a Dodge Center, it's pretty nice, and then there's a Dodge nameplate. It says Dart Sport, but I think that's right for my 73 Polaire WSB. Alright, well, let's try to go to the swap meet here. 70 Cornet. Challenger. 22K. RT with AC. Huh. It's got a 71 quarter panels. Is this 71? Yeah, it is 71. Cool, 71 RT. Nice. Well, doesn't seem too ridiculous for it. 70 Cornet. We got one of these to pick up in South Dakota here pretty soon. 12.5, no title. No, actually, it's got some mud in the quarters, but I've definitely seen worse. No title thing's kind of a bummer, but it's definitely an acquired taste with that front end. It's a 318 car. Huh. It's got like Dart Hang 10 seats in it. Vice grips on the steering column. I've been there. I feel you. Barracuda. 340. No price on it. No, 25. No, doesn't seem.
This is her favorite car. 69.
That's real 340 car.
69 Cuda. This one's
68.
I used to date
Yeah,
this guy.
68.
I spent a lot of time in that car. I love
Real
that.
340 car. That's not too bad of a deal for that.
You know what else I heard about her?
It's an interesting header going up the front there. Not sure that's how I would have done that, especially with manual steering, but it's definitely interesting. Alright, this thing's cool. It's like an old hippie camper, but surprise under the hood. Modern Hemi. I appreciate the effort. 15K. Oh, it's a 4.7 Magnum. Oh, never mind. I take back what I just said. Why would you do a 4.7 Magnum? There's so many better choices. And it's got modern suspension. It's probably on a litter chassis. This thing's cool. Parking brake, litter steering column. Probably Durango or something. That's what most of these are proud of. That thing's cool. Alright, what else we got here? Trailer for sale. 32-foot gooseneck. 33K. Yeah, this thing's too nice for me. The thing with me is I'm always hauling parts and stuff, although having a gooseneck with a bed on there wouldn't be a bad thing. Hotels get expensive. Alright, my brother said I had to look at this thing. It's like under 100,000 miles. 1868 Chrysler 300. Super nice original car. Original paint. That's cool. It's the delivery to Clay Zimmerman, Barnett Chrysler Plymouth, St. Paul, Minnesota. Oh, it's an L code too. Wow, that's like almost every option. This sort of card. Well, you never see them this clean out here. Must have never seen salt. I really like this thing. 12.5 for it. I think that's not a bad deal. All right, let's see what else we got here. 4-door satellite here. 4500. 69 GTX. 60. Dirt convertible. 66. Started at 20 down to 19. Got a little ways to go. Dart. Ram. 56 Plymouth. Wagon. Ooh, Max Wedge wagon. That's cool. It's pretty nice. 45K, the Dana. Van, 3500. Rusty Charger, 35. Shooter Post Valiant, South Dakota. 8500. Big block, 3/4. It needs paint, but definitely seen worse. 66 Charger. Some good cars in the swap meet. Ram Charger, 25,000. That seems optimistic. I just kind of like these, the wagons. 7,500. Doesn't make too bad of a deal. Price lines. No, it's a V8. V8 emblem on it. That's cool. Nice little 4-door, 10.5. Hellcat. Those are getting cheaper. 1,500 miles. I think that's Greg Nelson. He's Mopar Ponderosa. This is my buddy Tony's truck. It's 100,000 original mile Cummins. Really clean Arizona truck. I bought a bunch of parts from him in the swap meet. No rust on the manifold. Other than that, it's pretty clean. Very original truck. It looks like somebody used the windshield for target practice on this Charger, but these things don't grow on trees. But as we say in the shop, friends don't let friends buy 66, 67 Chargers because these things are kind of a nightmare to work on. They put hood scoops on it, GTX scoops. Let's see a price on it. It's hard to sell a car without a price or a phone number on here, but I don't understand what some people do sometimes. How can you not put your phone number or price on the car if you actually expect to sell it? Sorry, a little mini rant. There's a couple of these in Iowa we're looking at, so you may see that by the end of this video. I think I showed you that yesterday. Never driven in winter.
Yeah, exactly.
2,500. Chet Conger. Yeah, no price. Kind of looking for a 2-wheel drive dually from this generation right now. I've got a 98 1-ton 4-wheel drive dually, and I'd rather have the 2-wheel drive. It's not like we'll ever drive it in the winter or anything. That's what I got my blue truck for. I'm gonna get a 2-car hauler. Yeah, I looked at that one yesterday. Okay. Oh, there's a Hemi car out here. Not sure where it is though. Alright, I'll see if I can find it. I gotta get back to the booth. There's a lot of people buying stuff. I don't really trust my brother in the booth. Alright. Let's see what else is over here. That's a clean plane. Cummins over there. I had one of those years ago. Like 50,000 miles on it. Hindsight's 2020, but I probably should have preserved it. It's an original Texas truck. Same spec as this. Cummins automatic. This thing's clean. Yeah, 11.5, 218,000. Automatic. No one sells them if they have 5-speed. Alright, get back to my booth. I'll give you a little video tour of our booth to kind of show you what we're selling. Buying more junk I don't need. It's a repo tire inflator for like an e-body space saver. It was $5. And these are headlight bezels. I think they were 73, 74 Dart. I gotta do a little research on that, but they were NOS and they were cheap. This one just showed up. 68 Hemi Roadrunner. 16,000 miles. Aluminum heads. 110,000 for it. This thing's pretty cool. This is actually pretty comparable to that 68 Hemi car we just got. So ours is automatic. This one's a stick. Obviously, stick's more desirable. Looks like it's been a race car most of its life. Some stock parts are back here. Mini tubs are a bummer, but honestly, the red car was too. You want 110 for this one. Paid a lot less for mine, but also didn't have a Hemi in it, which I'm working on. It's got the race box underneath. Heater's out of it. Just way too much. The interior is nice. I'm assuming probably the interior was taken out early in its life. Love the old stickers. Look at the gold plating on the door latch. How original this thing is. This thing's pretty nice. It's got frame rail connectors too. I got caviar taste with a Busch Light budget. Alright, this is the coolest car I found. Keep in mind we've only gotten 2 rows, but this thing's pretty awesome. This 1968 Plymouth Barracuda has 6 miles on it. It was bought new by a dealership in South Dakota and was never licensed or titled. It's still not licensed or titled. The guy just trailers it here. This thing is an amazing survivor. I think he did some paint work on the engine because he said it needed some gaskets, but everything else looks super, super nice and original on it. Wow, what a time capsule. You can all see the sloppy black out there. So over there, that's all undercoating. So when they undercoated the wheel wells, it leaks to the lock tower there, the shock tower there. What a cool car. All original. Terry and Stacey Watzel in Beresford, South Dakota. 6.9 miles on it. Look at that interior. It's just mint. Yeah, look, don't touch this one. He took a few of the original parts off. They're in the trunk there. The battery cable and spark plug wires. Has the IBM card never turned in. That's the license plate stuff, and it never even had the pre-service stuff done on it. Look at that trunk mat. The plating on that stuff. The jack. There's the front license plate bracket, the valve stem extensions they never put on. That's amazing. This is like a reference car. I told them to take this to McCack into the survivor judging. They should really think about doing that. Wow. Alright, you'll see the rest of the show. Challenger for sale in the E-bodies. 73,000 miles. Bought the car in 78. That's cool. 34K. 74. Baby blue. Petty blue. That's not petty blue. Baby blue. Fillmore Cudas. That's actually the invitation this year. I think they're missing one color of Cuda with billboards in display. They got every color but one. And fortunately, I actually had a customer who has one, but we couldn't figure out a way to get it out here, unfortunately. Aspen wood grain wagon. That's what we're playing. Grandpa's van. 74 Royal Sportsman.
That's what it is. This is
Bismarck, North Dakota. The paint on that one. That's cool panel painting. Tradesman 200. There's a little red. That's actually a Palomino, I think. That's a fairly rare truck, actually. Cordoba. Power wagons. Power wagon crew cab. Cool. 1 ton. Found a 76 in Montana I kind of want to buy. See if that happens or not. Cummins. More trucks over here. That's the Palomino, I believe. That's kind of a rare option on one of these. Another crew cab. They're kind of everywhere. Well, this one's really cool. You don't see these very often. I found one just randomly in a hotel in Iowa a couple years ago. But this is the Dodge Marksman 1000. And you bought this truck and you actually got a Winchester rifle with it. This one was sold new at White Bear Dodge. They were a big muscle car dealer back in the day. And they actually turned in a certificate and you got the box. So there's the actual box of the rifle. Big rifle up there. Super cool.
I was working in Bismarck, North Dakota, and all the trucks going to do a 60.
You got Hemi Row over here. Charger. Satellite. GTX. First gen Charger. 15 and 68 Corn NRT. Second one I've seen on the trip actually. 65 Bell one with a Hemi. That's cool. I need to get in the building. Jamie just called and said he's about 20 minutes away, so I'm gonna let him in when he gets here. So I'm gonna try to finish going through this real quick and gotta get back over to the booth to go let him in. We got the C-body row over here. Fury, Imperial, New Yorker. Lots of good stuff. Always have been, always will be a C-body guy. Sport Fury GT 71. '67 Fury, 66. 67 Polara, 68 Polara. My friends Bill and Frank and their twin Imperials. Really nice survivors. Imperial Chrysler. Wasn't its own mark by this time. And Elvis has entered the building. Jamie has arrived. Jamie's super fans are. We all think this is hilarious. Jamie's a celebrity. He doesn't think he is, but I'm pretty sure he is now. People are taking pictures of this car. It's pretty entertaining.
I need the ones that still have.
Wherever Jamie roams, he finds the corn dog. It's amazing.
Found me.
Whatever you think about that, you have to admit.
So we talked to Rob from Mopar Collector guys this morning, and apparently Jamie's going to be on the cover. That's pretty freaking cool.
I think so.
So yeah, they got their pink Durango for Tim the photographer shooting the car. You want to see how Mopar Collector guy does this? It's pretty cool. Jamie's stoked.
Original paint, 2 owner, 87,000 miles. The Demon decals? Oh yeah, he put them on there in 75. That's the race he missed third gear at and blew up the 340.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just realized I never really showed you my booth at the show that I promised you like 3 times. Oh well. So we stayed at Rooster's Bed and Breakfast last night. Rooster's Restos on Facebook. Or YouTube. Jeez, I'm really tired right now. Yeah, recognize that car? Now we're in Minnesota. It's in Minnesota. Rooster bought it. He's been slowly working on that thing. That's a cool car. And this is my ride home for the next 2,000 miles. I know you're all super jealous about this. It was pretty cool. Jamie got in Mopar Collector's Guide yesterday. They're gonna put him on the cover, which is deserved and very, very cool in my opinion. So we're hanging out at Roosters a little bit this morning. Jamie's trying to get his video done. He's got he's raced with Uncle Tony yesterday. He's gonna post the video here in a little bit, so he's trying to get the video done, and then we gotta go prep a 57 Plymouth Belvedere convertible to get shipped. So little background of what's going on. Normally I'd be doing a bunch of dealer stops after going to the Minnesota show. Kind of what I explained to you, where our dealer stops are. Unfortunately, I had some family stuff come up, so I've got to head straight home with Jamie. We'll be home. It's, what day is it today? I have no idea. I think it's Sunday. We should be home Tuesday night. They're going to be going through mostly Illinois this trip, trying to find, you know, signs, NOS parts, and old dealer records and stuff. So they're going to have all the fun on this trip. But I'll see if I can get my brother to give me some footage for that. I may insert some in here if they find something cool out there. But yeah, appreciate Rooster for letting us crash here last night. It's nice having a warm bed, or hotels are getting quite expensive anymore, like really expensive, so it's nice getting a free night to stay. So yeah, we're gonna try to get to Pierre, South Dakota tonight. It's about 8 hours from here. Jamie's got his live tonight, which I will be on, which will be, you know, before this is actually posted. But oh wow, the car's covered in flies. This thing really isn't even a stinking pile, but that's a lot of flies. Huh. I'm sure there's a metaphor here I'm missing. Maybe they're just eating all the bugs on it from being on the road. But yeah, it's pretty impressive. You know, Jamie pulled this thing out of a field a month and a half ago and has 5,000 miles on the truck so far. We got it's about 1,800 home, give or take. So, all right, well, stay tuned. Hope we get some more footage. We're gonna go prep that 57 convertible to get ready to go, and hopefully we'll get some chargers too. So, all right, we'll be off here in about an hour as soon as Jamie gets his video uploaded. So what have we learned so far? It rides really well on fresh new asphalt. Once you get on the bumpy expansion joint concrete, not so much. 57 Belvedere convertible. Pretty cool. Gary's gonna pick this one up on the way back for me because we got the ramp truck. Don't have room for it. Actually surprisingly solid for a Midwest car. 318 in it. I got fenders at home. Hopefully most of the parts are here. These things are cool. It's even got wings on the bumper. Those are really hard to find. Well, here's the charger we promised. Still trying to buy this one, but fortunately we couldn't get in this building because one of the guys had a family emergency come up and couldn't meet him, but still trying to buy this one. 57's coming home this trip. We're hoping to get this one on the next one. We'll see what happens. 383 4-speed charger. Definitely cool. Well, I survived my first drive in the ramp truck. Has issues, but it keeps it going because it's a Cummins. Jamie's Demon still looking majestic on the back. It's pretty cool. Got a nice hotel last night in Kennebec, South Dakota. We did Jamie's live last night. By the way, if you don't watch Jamie's lives, you definitely should. They're very entertaining. He's on from 6 to 8 p.m. every Sunday Pacific time. We did it together last night. It was pretty fun. And we've got about 12 hours to drive today. We're gonna get going on the road. Jamie's moving pretty slow till he gets his coffee this morning. So we need to get some coffee, maybe some breakfast burritos, and make some miles. Love when I try to do a video and the trucks turn on their Jake brake and I can't actually hear anything. This thing actually uses a surprisingly little amount of oil. Really the only mechanical he's had is the fuel filter got clogged at some point pretty early in the trip, which we should probably buy a backup in case that happens again because I'm sure the tank is not clean. He also blew the radiator at some point and in true roadkill fashion just put stop leak in and it was fine. Tensioner went too. You can see that's the only shiny thing on the front of the motor. It is going through some water. I'm just gonna check it out real quick. While it's cold, only do this while it's cold. Yeah, it looks good. Overflow tank. There's some in there. All right, off to breakfast. Do as I say, don't do as I do. I always love getting off the highway in these small towns. You never know what you're gonna find. Pilot House Dodge, International, and a 500. Super cool. Where the customer is the company. Not sure what business that is. Cenex? Yeah, it must be Cenex. It's a weird fuel hauler. Must be diesel for farm. It's a wraparound?
Yeah, look at that. Instead of the 3 windows, it wraps all the way around.
All right. It says John braided on it.
It does? It's jump?
All right, it's not Pilot House. Well, I stand corrected in lane live.
I don't know.
Real time.
Maybe they still call it that.
All right, we gotta make some miles. That was fun. That was our first real good thunderstorm we went through on this trip. Just went to my buddy's place and he showed me some really cool stuff from the Roadrunner, which I'll show you a couple of pictures of. He wasn't real comfortable with us taking video, so I'm not gonna have much video from it, but he had a really cool sign collection, some really cool cars, but I'll show you some pictures of the, I'll show you the picture of the 70 Roadrunner from 1981. It's super, super cool. So my friend Tony had some pictures of my 1970 Roadrunner 446 barrel car. It's black with burnt orange interior. This is one of a lineup of a bunch of cars he had at the time. This one is a 70 Coronet, my Roadrunner next to each other. It's actually kind of ironic. I actually found slots that were like almost identical to this. He was telling me stories about that Coronet too that I got wrecked a bunch of times, but really appreciate him showing me the pictures. It's really cool history on the car. I really like seeing this stuff. Car looked pretty good back in, this picture was from 1881. Car looked pretty good back then. Apparently the charge wire came off in Miles City. It's not charging, but it goes a while without it. It's a pretty easy fix. This looks terrifying. I don't know if it's actually focusing, but it looks like the alien spaceship and Independence Day coming right at us through the clouds. Alright, here's the 70 Charger. It unfortunately had a run-in with a tree. I mean, it's still fixable, but it's the car's a little bent. Got a little rust in the roof. A little rust in the corners. I mean, it's still a 70 Charger. Trunk's not great either. It does have a new roof for it, which it needs pretty bad. It's over there. It's a pretty badass Chevy race car too. Yeah, I pulled it out of a wrecking yard in Wyoming. I mean, it's still a 70 Charger, but it kind of needs everything. But it is absolutely for sale. If anybody's interested, let me know. I'm pretty sure we're gonna pass on this one just because it's I just got another 69 that's just as much of a project, and I don't really need two right now. Has console, rear seat. Dash is pretty complete in it. Yeah, actually has an 8-track in the trunk. I'm a little disappointed it doesn't have an 8-track in it. They pulled the key out so it'll steer. Yeah, this guy's got some pretty cool stuff. Still has the fender tag in the VIN. I don't know if it has a title or not. I forgot to ask him. Yeah, VIN's still right there. Fender tag's there too. So yeah, you know, 70 Charger, gotta go look at it, but it, I don't think this one's for me. You know, buy a new front end for it. You know, you fix the roof. You know, gotta get a good frame, gotta fix this one, but it's a pretty cool car. It's got a lot of neat stuff. Chevy dirt track car. I think it's pretty cool. Love the old school slots on it. And this one needs a little work too, but this would be great in the field up my track. I think it's a 41 Ford. Pretty cool stuff. He's got a T-Bird over there with a big engine in it and a Challenger over here. I think he already sold this one. It's a 344 speed car. It's got a few issues too, but 344 speed. Challengers don't exactly grow on trees. It's a frowny face. Ooh, another 69. I don't think he wants me to film that one though. All right, back on the road. It's a Charger. We had to look. The guy told us there's a dude over here. Oh my god, a dude in a crew cab. I gotta meet this guy. We'd get along. Well, truck's still here, although Jamie disables it overnight, which is probably a good thing. We got a pretty good headwind today. They're saying 60-mile-an-hour winds near Livingston. Oh, that's weird. It flashes on camera and doesn't in person. It's like the northern lights. All right, back into my hole. We got about 13 hours to drive today to get home. We're gonna get home tonight. We're both ready. lot of people ask me where I find all my estate sales and cars and stuff, and it's a lot of miles on the road and sometimes in sketchy vehicles. But yeah, today's the worst part. 13 hours home with nothing to look forward to. I make fun of this thing, but it's really like a freight train. It just kind of keeps on going slow and steady. All right, get rid of garbage from last night. 46 degrees and starts out with no problem. Just needs to warm up for a little bit. The other thing I forgot to mention is to do the heater, control the cable keeps on falling off. You actually have to open the glove box and go in there, but it still works. If you've never visited Montana, I highly recommend it. It is just beautiful out here. Man, 85 is pretty impressive. Although Jamie's swearing at the drivers in Bozeman. Bozeman's now called Bozefornia because all the Californians have moved up here because of Yellowstone. Bozeman is kind of blowing up right now, but it's a bunch of rich people from California. This is a friend of mine's. He already passed away a couple years ago. They still don't know what they're doing with it, but one day we'll get back in here. Hopefully something happens to these cars and they just all don't get crushed. I think they're starting to organize them over here a little bit. Not a huge locomotive guy, but this is pretty cool. These were called Little Joes. They were built in 1946 for the Soviets, and then the Cold War happened, so they ended up here. They were real low geared with electric. They should change the gauge to make them work on U.S. railroads. Old Milwaukee Road, kind of cool. This is where the first Northern Transcontinental Railroad ended. They go driving the last spike. Kind of cool. Milwaukee Road. Pretty cool. Car museum over here. I've already been to it. We don't have a lot of time today, but it's pretty cool. Train's coming through town. This is a pretty busy line. Goes right across the middle of Montana. Hey look, it's a scamp. Not really the one I'm thinking of, but still. We're in St. Regis, Montana. They say they're the best shakes ever. Of course, that's the Huckleberry Shake, and I got the chocolate. Jamie's offended to even be around me. Also a trout aquarium. Since 1962. Hi, buddies. And we're back, all in one piece. Jamie and I had a bet how many cab lights would be working. He said 3. I was being optimistic and said 4. I won. All right, it's been a long trip. I gotta go see my wife and my dog and my kids. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Oh, one more thing. If you guys watched my first video of the trip, you saw we bought this on the trip. It actually beat me home. Hi, Power Wagon. There'll be more on this. Maybe not this week. I gotta catch up on my stuff, but soon. All right, thanks everybody for watching. This is Tom from Rocket Restorations. Appreciate y'all. We'll talk to you soon.